back to my channel. Today I have a monthly April message for all of the Tauruses out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Taurus out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. So without further ado, Taurus, let's go ahead and dive right into your monthly message. So Taurus, we are starting out with message in a bottle. Okay, I feel like your guides and your angels have been trying to get a hold of you here to sort of balance out anything that's going on in your mind, in your body, maybe spiritually. But I feel like you haven't really been hearing the message. We also have Desert with Vision Quest and Unicorn Portal. Focus your light and listen for a message. Okay, this doesn't get any more clearer than this. Okay, so Taurus, the message in a bottle is pretty clear here. I want to point out that I feel like you haven't really been listening. Maybe you haven't really been aware. Maybe you haven't really been focusing inwardly on your guides or your angels or the message that they have been trying to give you. Or, okay, actually what I'm hearing is that maybe you're not comfortable. Maybe it's not what you want to hear. The message that you are wanting to hear isn't what's actually coming through. Maybe it's not exactly what you want to hear, but here's what I get. The message in a bottle is basically communication. It's a sign. It is being delivered to you and it's pointing you to your highest good. So I feel this is the reason why, Taurus, what I heard loud and clear was that it's not the message you want to hear. And so therefore you're not really paying attention to it. You're not being very aware of it. And I feel it's because it's being shown to you in a way that you don't want to, it's almost as if you want it to be something else and it's not. And so therefore you're just like, well, I'm just going to pretend that I didn't hear it. And unfortunately, your guides are saying, no, that's not how it works. So here with Desert, this is about a vision quest is a process whereby you spend a few days in the wilderness alone. Typically, you carry only water with some sacred items with you, and you spend most of the time praying or meditating. Many who have completed a vision quest assert that it is a powerful and even life-changing experience, and they report vivid and profound revelations. It is said that the desert does not lie. So partaking in this can help you discover the truth about your purpose or at least give you some clues. So here is what Spirit is really wanting you to be aware of. The message that they have for you is clearly not the message you want to hear. But what they're letting you know is that even though the message that is being delivered to you feels dry, or it feels vacant, or it feels like nothing is going to come of it, understand that this message is really giving you truth. It is giving to you something that you ultimately need to hear. One of the things that I often tell people who come to me for readings, for private readings, is especially those that have never had a reading with me before, I always tell them, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what your guides and your angels feel that you need to hear, what your soul needs in order to help you move forward. That's something that you have to be very aware of, and you must understand that the messages that get delivered to you aren't necessarily going to deliver to you what you're wanting to hear, but they're going to deliver to you what you need to hear for growth. Understand that the things that survive in the desert are very resilient. The desert may look like it's a barren, dead place, but It is not. There is a life within the desert. And this is what you're needing to sort of be aware of here, Taurus. You're needing a vision quest. So you're needing time to meditate. You're needing time to really, truly listen, to focus on the message that is being delivered to you, because I feel that this message is ultimately delivering to you the one thing that you have been asking for repeatedly. And even though the message is coming across to you in a way that doesn't sound appealing to you, it is delivering the truth. Really think about the question that, or the prayer that you've been putting out there. If you've been asking for the truth here, Taurus, the truth is being delivered to you. It just doesn't look like the way that you expected it to look. Okay? Now, I want you to really understand that in order for you to truly understand the message that Spirit is giving to you, they're needing you to dedicate time to yourself, to really tune in and to focus in on your higher self and focus in on your guides and your angels, Taurus, so that you could truly understand the message. So let's go ahead and dive right into the tarot here and get some additional information for you. Now, with the unicorn portal, I want to point out that unicorns are very high frequency beings. They deliver and they carry pure divine God light. Okay. And I want to point out that unicorns only speak truth and they bring unconditional love. So I think that you're really needing to focus because I feel that by you not focusing, the message itself is getting very hard for you to hear. Because notice how here in the message in a bottle, the phone is in a glass bottle and it is submerged underwater. So it's really hard for you to hear or to understand this message. And I think that's because there is just an imbalance. There is an imbalance on you really trusting that that message is coming forward. And I feel that when you can truly focus on it, right? Because here we have a telescope right here in this message in a bottle underneath this bird. The telescope is about observing. It's about reaching out, right? And I want to point out that you're needing to spend time out in nature, to really focus in on the message that is being delivered to you so that you could truly understand it. I feel that this message is going to be very life-changing for you, but you're needing to really pay close attention to it. And I feel that you're not really focusing in on it because it isn't what you're wanting to hear, but Spirit is really letting you know that it's not about giving you the message you want to hear. It's about giving you the message that you need. Okay. So here we have the Strength card in reversed with the King of Swords, the Six of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Chariot. So Taurus, I want to point out here that this message that is trying to be communicated to you, that they're trying to communicate to you, is going to take a lot of courage on your part to fully trust it. And it could be that maybe you haven't really developed a spiritual practice of meditating and really trusting whatever comes up intuitively for you. But this is what you're needing to really work on. Okay. The King of Swords is about trusting their intelligence and listening to their intuition. So there's no emotion involved in it whatsoever. When the Strength card is in reverse, it really sort of signifies to me that it's almost like there's a little bit of uncertainty, right? Like you're uncertain about what is coming forward or what is transpiring. And this is where you yourself here, Taurus, are really needing to find the courage to look deep within yourself and to recognize that this is something that you can and will overcome. So understand that the main message with the strength card is about patience, and it's about your inner strength. It's about recognizing that, it's about recognizing your weaknesses, right? Understand that strength turns to weakness of will and avoidance. So if you're avoiding listening to the message because it's not what you want to hear, then this really conflicts. It brings up a lot of conflicts, and it sort of, prevents you from making conscious decisions that you ultimately need to make here. Okay. Now, the Six of Wands speaks about success, and it speaks about being seen and being heard, especially in this card. And I think what your guides and your angels are really trying to bring into your attention here, Taurus, is that you're really needing to shine a light on this inner vision that is trying to be revealed to you, because it's going to bring you a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom that you will be able to share with others, and that will bring you great fortune. This is the reason why a lot of times when people go on their own spiritual journey, it becomes quite difficult, because a lot of times people don't really understand the symbolism that comes up with their intuition. And unfortunately, the key map to that symbol lies deep within you. It's different for everyone, right? So I feel that what Spirit really wants you to know is that the keys to your growth, to your success, lie deep within you, and you're needing to really shine a light on that. You're needing to recognize that you have the capacity to understand that message and to bring it forward. Now, with the Ten of Swords and the Chariot here. So the Ten of Swords is about letting bygones be bygones, right? When I see this Ten of Swords, it often signifies to me a brand new day. That whatever is gone out of our life, whatever is dead, needs to remain that way, because we are now facing towards a brighter future, a brighter day, that we ultimately can find the strength and the will within us to push forward. Okay. I want to point out here that the Strength card in reverse is where you are starting, and where you are moving towards is the Chariot, which is good, because this means that you're going to find your inner strength. It means you are going to overcome any challenges and any obstacles, and you're going to be able to start hearing the message that your guides and your angels have for you here, Taurus. So I feel that ultimately that's important. And the one thing about the Chariot is that the Chariot represents victory here, okay? It represents victory, and it really represents a will, a desire to continue pushing forward, okay? And I feel that ultimately that is important. Now, let's look at the rest of these cards, because in just looking at these already, I'm like so excited for you, Taurus. Okay, so we have the Star, we have Awakening, which is Judgment, the Five of Voices, which is the Five of Swords, the Four of Materials, which is the Four of Pentacles, the Devil card, and the Four of Inspiration, which is the Four of Wands. So here's what I'm clearly seeing for you here, Taurus. Your unwillingness to sort of shine a light on the things that you are very uncomfortable with, right? So when I told you you needed to find that courage and that bravery, the Star card is really about healing. It's about shining a light on the things that make us feel insecure within ourselves, so that we could put more love, put more nurturing, put more faith and hope into that. And I feel that here with the Star card and the Awakening card, this is really about you coming into your own and sort of healing yourself from within, to help you listen for the messages, so that you can have that inner guidance here, Taurus, that will push you towards a brighter future, maybe more stability, maybe more security, maybe a relationship, whatever it might be. But I feel that this is really, this inner awakening is happening whether you want it to or not. That is plain and simple. I feel the thing that you need to ultimately shine a light on is your the conflict and the inner dialogue of self-sabotaging that you have currently going on. The Five of Voices is really about understanding that every experience provides us with a lesson. It's not about winning or losing. It's really about understanding the experience for what it presented to you. Okay? And I feel here that whatever message, however it's being delivered to you, it's going to offer you an opportunity for you to recognize, for you to learn how resourceful you can be in times of need here, Taurus. Because the Four of Materials is really about finding a stable foundation from which to build upon, right? But it's also about recognizing that we have all that we need and we don't need excess of one thing. Because if we can be resourceful, then we already recognize that we already have some saved up for later, okay? Now, what you're needing to really turn your back on and walk away from is anything that is binding you or restricting you or holding you captive with the Devil card here, okay? You're needing to let go of that. The Devil card represents illusions, and it represents to us the things that we often form attachments to, the temptations that we often gravitate towards that sort of keep us stuck in old ways of thinking and old ways of being, okay? With the Four of Wands, this is about you building solid foundations for yourself where you can celebrate. Notice here how these four women right here are meditating. This is what you're needing to do in order to experience this vision quest that your guides and your angels are trying to give you so that you can clearly hear the message that Spirit is delivering to you. So, Taurus, this is your message this month. I hope that you can take with you bits and pieces of this and really utilize it as you go forward this month. So, thank you so much for joining me today, Taurus, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Bye, guys.